Alright guys, today we are gonna be reacting to plus side girl catfish her date and went terribly wrong. Let's jump in.
Maybe I can point out, you guys can tell me if I'm crazy or not. If you pull a picture of that girl back up on Twitter, I noticed that, and this is going to sound odd, but I noticed that her chest is very close to her throat. It's like very close to her throat. Yeah, I'm not kidding, right? Look at the picture.
That's true.
Which, yeah. See how close it is to her throat?
I don't
Well,
know.
she's
The
like a
eyebrows.
push-up bra or
that just
something.
it just tells me that she's like really heavy, like really heavy. And so like the gut is actually pushing the boobs up. So that's why it's so close to the throat.
Wow, that's a good
So
point.
if I were the guy and I got there, she might be quite a bit larger than you think. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And the
Well, I
eyebrows.
think if you're fat, that's okay, and I think it's okay to not like people that are fat. I think like both is fine, and if you're insecure about it, lose weight, or if you're not, just find someone who likes you for what you are. I think some men might like a very big woman, and that's fine, but it's totally okay if men don't. I think it's a bit playing a bit of a victim card to be like, oh, people don't like me because I'm fat. Well, some people will like you, but a lot of people won't. But
Well, you know what doesn't make sense to me is the comparison that you were making about like a random guy approaching a woman, getting rejected. And this is a date where they both knew each other. They both agreed to a time and a place. This isn't like a random approaching. And also, this can just be sad, right? Like this woman's opening up. She's being vulnerable. She's putting her heart out on the internet. She's saying like, hey, you know, I was excited for this date and it didn't go well. And that can just be sad. It doesn't have to be compared to like, oh man, this. If a man got vulnerable and he was like, hey, someone walked out on me on this date and I got ready, I was so excited. That's sad.
Yeah, exactly. That would be sad. The world would just laugh at him. That's wrong. That's very cruel. But that what will happen. Like the world will just simply laugh at him. Yeah, that's what will happen. I don't think females have any idea what men really go through. It's crazy.
That can just be sad. Like it's not a
Yeah,
man and woman
I mean,
thing.
I get what you're saying. Hey, that can just be sad. But the thing is that people enjoy making social commentary and relating issues to each other because that's the way that human beings think about everything. Literally, we think about everything through the conditionals of other people's experiences. So we usually use those as analogies and then compare them with our own experiences to come up with answers. So when this chick makes commentary and she's like, hey, you know, I showed up to this date and it was a pretty miserable feeling that this guy said goodbye, and then she knew, right? And I think that if she thinks that the guy left because she's, what did she say? She was fat, right? I think that she knows if the guy left because of that, she's probably right? Like she's there. So she probably figured out what the actual problem was.
Yeah, she
And so
probably
yeah, of course
deceived him.
people are going to make tons of commentary about that.
But how
right?
do we know?
Like, I will
Hold on.
Grid One Motorsports donated $200.01.
Yeah, thank you, Grid
Be
One.
intellectually honest, she sent him pictures that were 10 years old in the best lighting possible. Then she showed up and the truth smacked her like
Bro, you know
four-day-old
what's crazy?
fish.
That stuff happened to me once, man. Back when I used to live in New York, I dated a female, a Russian girl, and in the picture she looked very nice, right? Like very fit and everything. Bro, I showed up, I was catfish, and the female was, she was big, man. She was big, bro. I couldn't believe it, man. I had to leave. I couldn't stand. I did something similar to the guy, right? Like, he simply said, like, man, I can't do this. I just left. It feels wrong. It feels wrong.
Not sad at all.
Okay, well then that makes sense.
Yo, Grid One, really good to see you in the chat, man. Thank you so much for your TTS. I mean, even there is some dispute as to, well, were her photos that she posted on the dating app representative of what she currently looks like? But I think you were in the middle, or were you in the middle of saying something?
I
or-
was in the middle of, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like my ex, so 2 relationships ago, he was overweight. I think he was actually obese because he was like very big. And then like we met from a dating app, and like there was a photo, like full body, yeah, his face looked way slimmer in the photo, but I mean, just me using just general sense, I was like, okay, I can tell like he is obese. And then, you know, like I still went on the date, and then I ended up like really liking him as a person. That's why
wow.
I.
Hey, applause the girl, man. She's an exception to the rule, and her situation is so unique that we have to believe and take her exception as the majority. This is one of these kind of argument that whatever she's saying right now, we should take that as a, you know, as a truth, and you know, just go with that. Why is she just giving this argument again? And they have to throw these kind of stories that make no sense.
You know,
But it's
decided. But yeah, so I think like, you know, there probably was something where before that they were talking where she misrepresented herself. Like, I'm just saying it could be personality, it could be looks, it could be like, you know,
Or it
the
could be the fact
photo
that she
is
was overweight.
old.
It
But
Can
it
I
could
say
be
something?
I think that
personality.
there's an easier answer, perhaps, than any of these, that he realized that he could just get laid really easy because she's really fat. And so when he showed
Yeah.
up, though, he got there and went, I just can't go through with it. And that was the end of it.
That's it.
Like, it could really just be that simple.
That's simple.
Can I say something regarding this? Yeah. I don't like when women. I don't like this new fashion that women go on dates and they don't like it or they don't like someone or something, and they go online and immediately spit everything and waiting for, oh, poor baby, oh, poor girl, what did he do to you? He's a bastard, he's this, he's that. I don't like it. I think it's a stupid mentality, and everybody should be aware to who they are and what's their obstacles and where they coming from and how they look. And between you and me, when I see an overweight person, without being offensive, to me it shows a person that have over body warms than somebody who's ill and you have a gut problem. Because when you're overweight, obviously you're super sick from the inside and your body full of body worms. So for me, it's no.
Body worms.
Body worms, exactly. Did I say that?
Like in the gut.
Body worms, like you said that.
Wait, sorry, I don't understand.
When somebody is overweight, usually medically, I'm talking medically right now, they have a body.
How is it that she's not understanding what she's saying? Listen, Australian lady, I think she's Australian, I don't know. She's speaking very clearly. I think you're trying to test her. That's not okay. That's not okay. Like, she's retesting her. Like telling her, like, you don't know how to speak English. She's not saying that, but you see in the back and forward, you can tell that that's what she's trying to say. I might be wrong, but let me know in the comment section.
Body warms, right? So when you have a body warms, you can get people to have it through your mouth. You can have H. pylori through your mouth, through sex, through oral sex. I mean, I've studied this. So when I see somebody who's overweight or somebody with acne or skin problem, it means they have a lot of body warmth. So for me, it's a turn off. And second of all, I think women should keep it. I would be embarrassed to go online, especially as a woman, because we master of cheating and deceiving when we wear our makeup and do our plastic surgeries, like I said last time.
Wait.
So-
Wait.
Sorry.
What? Body worms?
Like, yes,
What
Like
do you mean
parasites, I
body
think.
worms?
She's saying
Yeah,
parasites.
warms. How do you say? Do I say the word?
Worms.
Worms, as in like
When somebody, when
parasites.
somebody has
Worms,
H.
like
pylori is
bacteria,
bacteria.
like that something's wrong. Something got into your body it's not helping.
Yes, exactly. So when people have body warms, okay, in general, usually I'm not talking about, you know, somebody that have a medical problem, like God forbid in cancer or sugar or something like that. But usually people who are overweight and young, they have body warms problem in their brain, in their gut, and it's gonna lead to other
No,
things.
they have a needs to put down the fork problem, is what, not body worms problem. What do you mean? What? There's not. What body worms? What,
The
what
worms
you
are eating the
talking-
food.
All right, wait. All
Okay,
right,
do you want me to explain to
you
you?
don't believe in like that, that like, what is it? They drink paint thinner or whatever to get rid of the body worms? What, turpentine? You don't believe in the turpentine shit, do you?
I'm not. No.
Okay.
I
That's
thought
not
having
the way.
worms would make
That's
you
not the way to
skinny.
do it. It's basically. Let me just finish this. The body worms come from people who eat usually either excessively. They don't cleanse their body. When you don't cleanse your colon and you
Yeah.
don't let your body get the waste out with liquids and everything. They drink soda. They eat a lot of dairy or stuff that, you know, stays in your vessels and your body. That's how you get like that, and it's super dangerous. If you have sex or intercourse with someone else, you can get a lot of stuff from that. Body worm.
Well, I don't know about the worm stuff. Maybe.
I studied that a
trouble,
lot. Trust me.
I'm gonna get into the pre-show.
Yeah. I don't know what she's talking about worms and stuff like that. I think that's ridiculous. Just put the fork down, or just go through a fasting. Get yourself practicing a little bit of this, and when it comes down to food,
Notes here, unless Andrew, you had a final thing on the video.
we don't have to
Well,
overcomplicate it.
no, I mean, just to wrap up, I would say it could just be really the simplest explanation is the correct one. A lot of times men will do a date with a woman who is really overweight that they're not attracted to.
It's true.
Because it's a sure thing.
Yeah.
Because they can go home, they can, they quick date, they have sex, it's done.
It's true.
And he may have just gotten there and realized nope, I'm not,
Not even
not
worth
going to do
this.
this. And then out the door he goes.
Yeah.
And I think that if I
It's simple as that, folks. It's very simple. It's like she was overweight. She didn't have that hourglass at least, and probably some things were not good. And then she wanted to eat some fried food. I mean, could be a lot of things, folks. I'm telling you. But Andrew's right. Even with that video, you can tell from the chest up, like it's so like her gut is just pushing shit up. It's literally pushing her chest up, and that's a very good observation from Andrew. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. I will see you in the next one.